Hey, how's it going, everyone? Brady Cat Gaming here, coming to you from my very cold Arctic apartment right now. Apparently, the heat is not on, so I'm freezing today. It's very, very cold in New York. Anyway, it is news day in War of the Visions, so I figured we would just take a moment and go over the news together because why not? So really exciting. So if you watched my last video, I made a projection of what we should be getting in the coming weeks of January, and we were on target with Vinera on the 7th and the Dawn Trail collaboration for Final Fantasy XIV. So let's just look at what we're getting with Vinera here. So new unit, Beneficent Blade, kind of like Maleficent. Beneficent Blade, Lightning Unit, 100 cost. Finally, Vinera gets a little love, a little update, right? And then we also have two new vision cards coming from the Final Fantasy collaboration for Dawn Trail, Legacies and Dawn Trail. Vinera, 100 cost unit, Lightning Element, Moon of Compassion, main job, beneficent blade, sub job dual gunner, and sub job great knight. She is a commander, so she'll have full moon dance for guild battle, which is nice. So we'll have another guild battle commander outside of Winter Perrine. And it's nice because she is not a seasonal exclusive or a limited unit, so everyone should be able to get this commander at some point. And pretty nice, she is for spear, fist, dagger, ninja blade, and gloves. So really will be good for those evade teams. Although she doesn't give an evade buff, it's just an attack, magic, and elemental chain resistance buff for 5 turns at the beginning of battle. So not bad. Then her limit burst, Bright Art, Blade in Bloom, removes protect from targets within range and lowers critical damage resistance for 3 turns, then deals 3 hit damage extra large. And Bulwark Blitz lowers a set percentage of defense area attack resistance of targets within range for 3 turns, then deals 2 hit damage and lower CT, and has a chance of inflicting stun for 1 turn. So those are her highlighted skills. Of course, she does a lot more. She will be an evasion unit, really well paired with Riku. Very nice. And then we have our first Dawn Trail VC. We will be getting Dawn Trail. It is a Hollow Vision card of 60 cost. Limited party abilities is for Sword Warrior group, Bow, Staff Black Mage group, and Book equipable main jobs. Magic attack up and debuff reduction rate up, and spirit piercing rate up at max level, and then for quest only will be HP up. Bestowed effects of magic up and unit attack resistance up, and then limited bestowed effects for Thancred slash attack up and Y'shtola magic attack up. And then the vision mastery is for quest only, giving fire attack +3 and defense +2. So really a good magic card. Will probably be really nice for obviously Y'shtola, and then Exdeath coming up. Exdeath and Shureka, that pairing. So it might be a good card to consider pulling, especially with the Exdeath card that will be coming later this month as well. Then we have Legacies VC, Hollow Vision card, 60 cost. Activation requirements or limited party ability, Sword Knight group, Great Sword, and Gun equipable main jobs. So not a lot of groups, but attack up and spirit up, and then magic reduction for wider area attack at max level, and then for guild battles only, critical hit rate up. Bestowed effects are attack up and accuracy up, so not bad. And then limited bestowed effects for Thancred and Y'shtola only, max HP up. Now, this Vision Mastery is for guild battle with missile resistance +2 and defense +1, so not bad. This one could be nice for the upcoming Hero King Mont, if you pair him with maybe Advent Children Cloud and Yuna, because you got that great sword. They're both great sword units, and then Yuna is the gun unit, so they could both all benefit from this card with that attack up, spirit up, and then giving Mont a little more magic survivability with that magic damage reduction for wide area attacks. Maybe not as effective against the upcoming Exdeath because he has a lot of single target, but overall good, giving him more survivability against magic. So that would be a good one for if you're going for Hero King Mont, I would say, or if you have already Cloud and Yuna. Very cool. They're just going over the period of time that we have. So we'll have until the 28th to actually for the training mission challenge, and then Vinera's challenge missions will be up until the 21st. So you'll have 2 weeks to build her. You will have 3 weeks to build the Final Fantasy XIV vision cards. And then Vinera Horn Unit Shard Acquisition Time Halved campaign. So she'll get that half time in the barracks. She'll get that rate up. And then Item Drop Triple Up campaign in her hard quest. So you'll get a chance to get more of her shards by doing her hard quest. Of course, that's pretty standard, right? And then there is there is a guaranteed chance to appear in the shop, the general shop, every time 10 unit shards for Vinera if you're looking to spend some viz on some of her shards. During the campaign, the following shards are guaranteed to appear in the general shop every time. So the same thing for the Legacies VC, the Dawn Trail VC, Thangrid's shards, and then the old vision cards from the old collaboration for Final Fantasy XIV. And then, of course, Vinera Horn shards will be added to the Thunderous Plains. And then she'll have a JP up bonus, so you can get more JP for her and farm that JP, and then maybe even store some in your JP bank, right? Cool. Moving on. The collaborative unit and vision card for Final Fantasy XIV has returned, and they have Transcendence now. So this is nice. So maybe they'll be a little more usable in some formats, right? Let's see. So we've got, of course, the Signs of Twilight, Bringers of Shadow, Signs of Shadow, and then Shadow Bringers VCs coming back. Thancred is coming back. Now, you will be able to get Thancred and Y'shtola for free. If you do not have them already, you'll get them as part of the login bonus, which is actually easier than when we first got them. We had to buy Thancred with coin, with medals from the event. He is a Gunbreaker, main job, sub-job Dragoon, and sub-job Red Mage. His main abilities, Super Bolide or Superbolide, consumes own HP to bestow a barrier on self that reduces damage 3 times. Blasting Zone deals damage to targets within range, and Rupt Divide deals damage to target after movement to a panel. Now, a lot of his abilities did get buffed as well, so we'll go over that in just a second. And then Y'shtola, Knight's Blessed Mage, main job Sorceress, sub-job White Mage, sub-job Green Mage, 50 cost, and Thangred is 100 cost. So maybe he'll hopefully be worth his cost now, right? Y'shtola, and they both do not have limit breaks, which I was kind of hoping that Thancred would finally get a limit break, but, you know. He is a free unit, I guess, after all. Foul deals fire damage to targets within range based on caster's magic. And then Xenoglossy deals fire damage large to target based on caster's magic stat. Again, you're guaranteed to obtain Thancred and Y'shtola just by logging in. Then they both get EX job enhancement and Transcendence. Well, they already had their EX jobs, but now they'll get Transcendence, right? So they got some upgrades to their main jobs. So Thancred's Gunbreaker, he added to Rough Divide. It is now a guaranteed hit and raises his own agility for 3 turns and significantly raises critical evasion rate. And then the shape of it is now a diamond instead of a cross, so making it a little more manageable and a little more range, right? Blasting Zone. Now he'll remove courage and then deal damage and lowers the evasion rate of targets affected by agility up for 3 turns. And this activates before attacking. And range is extended to 4 tiles from 2. Then No Mercy recovers a set percentage of HP medium when HP falls before 50%, falls under or below 50% when taking damage 1 time, and raises own slash attack and area attack resistance, piercing rate, all elemental resistance for 4 turns, and bestows physical damage reduction for 4 turns. So that's a nicer buff. It used to only give a slash attack up, so now it does quite a bit, making him a little more tanky. Nebula raises pierce attack resistance. That was his old ability. Now it also raises reaction block rate and hate. So he can have that innate hate for auto mode. Blasting Zone 2, this is EX job ability. So originally it lowers defense of targets within range for 3 turns, then deals damage, large. Now it has been enhanced to a large amount of damage, and absorbs a portion of damage dealt, and lowers unit attack resistance piercing rate for 3 turns, and its range has been extended. So he's gotten a lot more range and a lot more utility to his kit. Superbolide 2, his EX job ability. So this is also an upgrade to the base ability. Originally bestowed a barrier on self that reduces damage 4 times. That's been upgraded. And lowers AP consumption for 4 turns. Now, it also bestows magic damage reduction to allies within an area around self in a diamond shape for a range of 4 and a height of 1 for 4 turns, and raises type chain resistance for 4 turns. So he's got an aura when his allies are within 4 tiles of him, reducing magic damage. So that's pretty nice too. Could be interesting to pair with King Mont for even more magic damage mitigation. So that could be cool. That'd be an interesting team to see. And then Camouflage 2, his other EX job ability. Originally only raised missile attack resistance and defense piercing rate. Now it also raises slash attack resistance piercing rate, unit attack resistance, and bestows a damage reduction effect that reduces damage taken the larger the area, the attack range. That honeycomb effect, right? Very nice. I like the buffs. I'll definitely have to make some loadouts with Thancred. I want to take him off for a spin and see how he does. All right, now Sorceress got some upgrades as well. So Y'shtola's job, right? So originally dealt fire damage medium to targets within range based on caster's magic stat, and now it significantly lowers attack magic for 3 turns if the target is ice element. So could be good to hunt some ice teams, or probably really nice to use in some PvE against some ice, right? Swiftcast reduces own activation time for 4 turns, now getting that 4-turn buff. And now it raises area attack resistance piercing rate for 4 turns. So not bad. She's got a lot of area attack, area of effect attacks. Sharpcast now significantly raises own magic for 4 turns, and now bestows Shell for 4 turns. Scion's Greater Fyra, her EX job ability, originally just raised own magic attack resistance piercing rate for 3 turns, then dealt fire damage medium to targets within range based on caster's magic stat. Now it deals significantly greater damage to targets affected by re-raise, haste, and removes re-raise, haste, right? So really common abilities in the game now. Almost every new unit has re-raise, and we love giving haste, so potentially very effective. Xenoglossi 2, her another EX job ability, now destroys any barrier that reduces magic damage on target, then deals fire damage, large, based on caster's magic stat, and bestows Man-Eater, and now deals extra damage to targets affected by area attack resistance up. And now its range is increased as well to 5 from 3. Then her last EX job ability, Enochian 2. So originally it raised magic attack up, resistance piercing rate, and accuracy rate. Now it raises healing power and bestows re-raise on self, allowing her to automatically recover from KO status once per battle, right? We know how re-raise works, but now she has re-raise in just her passive ability, I believe. I believe Enochian is a passive. I don't know. I don't remember if it's a buff or a passive. We can check that out maybe. Okay, so now they have their Transcendence, improvements to stats, attack type resistances, and for certain units. Some stats and attack type resistances will be improved for the following unit, Thancred. I think Thancred gets a little more magic resistance. He had like a -30 before. I think it's lower to -15 now. And then they have their MA3 quests unlocked. We went over their Master Ability 3s in my last video, so if you want to go check that out, you can see what that was. Or you can just go to WotV. Master abilities can be enhanced after clearing these events. Yes, we know that. You can only take on the Character Quest 3 when you have cleared Character Quest 2 and you have reached level 99 at least. Very nice. And then, of course, if you want shards and things like that for them, Tombstones of Goetia and everything, the currency in the metal shop, right? You want to put them in, you want to start farming Raktika Greatwood when that comes back out for all of that time. Yes. Very nice. They also have JP up, and then limited additional abilities added for some equipment. So the Final Fantasy XIV equipment will have limited abilities added. So the Bale Gauntlet for Thancred, if he's equipping it, he will now have initial AP plus 20, physical damage reduction plus 8%, and debuff reduction plus 10. And then Y'shtola will have magic percent plus 30, spirit piercing rate plus 20, and healing power up 15. So possibly making these usable, at least for these characters, right? They should also have a plus 6 version coming out. So those are the buffs for those units. Then look at this, look at this, look at this. This is our login campaign. We've got Y'shtola day 1, and then Thancred day 2. Then you'll also be getting Thancred shards and Final Fantasy XIV Mind Spheres. And we're getting quite a bit of shards, actually, right? So we're getting just Thancred shards, you're getting 200, and then you're getting 20 Mind Spheres. So if you already have these built, this is just 220 Mind Spheres. So not too bad. I don't remember if they share Mind Spheres or if they have different Mind Spheres. I think they might have different Mind Spheres because they're different rarity units. So just be wary of that. Very nice. This is all very typical here. You know, paid shards for Vinera in the paid shop when the Whimsy shop opens up. When you unlock that, right? Same thing for all the vision cards that are coming out. And then the New Year's login bonus for 2025, you'll get Vinera shards, 1 pull tickets for Vinera as well, some scrolls of vicissitude. Very, very nice. So altogether, you'll get 10, 20, 30, 40 Vinera shards, and then 4 tickets to possibly pull her if you're not looking to spend any viz on her. You just want some free shots, right? Yes, very nice. Very, very typical. Nothing too crazy, nothing too new. Then we have Shadowbringer event quests, right? So you can get Y'shtola shards, Thancred shards, Tombstones of Goetia. And then you also have an EX quest for Thancred's weapon. He can only equip this weapon. He cannot equip anything else but his Gunblade. So just be aware of that. You'll want to farm that for him if you don't already have it. And then the Bale Gauntlet as well. His weapon is the Lionheart replica. By doing it, you'll also just get a baseline Bale Gauntlet 3 to help you craft. And then enhancing missions, so you can do missions to get more Y'shtola shards. Yeah, pretty typical. And I think there should be tickets that you can exchange for Goetia to get more things, more like shards for Thancred and stuff like that. Then there'll be a raid boss revival where we'll face off against this boss again. I believe that's to farm for the Burgeonet piece of equipment. Yeah, the Bale Burgeonet helm, which usually gave pierce resistance before. I think it might do something else now. Now, this is a light element boss, weak to slash. So you'll want to get those dark slash teams together. Yeah, so that's the Bale Burgeonet. Very nice. And then Vinera will have her own weapon released for an equipment quest, the Horn Guard. So you'll want to farm that for her. She'll also have a training quest that you'll be able to get some Fragments of Thought and Awakening Prisms for her. Then finally, Veritas of the Dark acquisition quest number 2 has arrived, so we can start getting some Mind Spheres for Dark Veritas. This one, again, can only be deployed Lucio or the other Veritas units, right? The other 7. So you can't use the Dark Veritas for this one. So Lucio and the other Veritas units to take that on. And let's see. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Some equipment quests have been added to the far planes if you want to farm for those things, right? And the Burst Core quest as well. Then we have a Guild Battle and Arena map update. So for Guild Battle, we have a map change. We're going to the Cathedral Rear Courtyard. The map effects will be lightning units, unit reaction block rate up. And for light units, we've got magic resistance, light unit magic attack resistance up, right? For sword job knight class and dagger equipable main jobs, you get unit attack up. Sorry, that was a little messy. Right? So lightning unit reaction block right up, light unit magic attack resistance up, sword knight group and dagger equipable main job unit attack up. Okay. Guild battles will not be held on the 7th. Only mock battles will be playable, so you get a chance to play around with some compositions and see how the map works, right? Friendly match update. We have Cathedral Rear Courtyard 4. For our friendly match, the same buffs, I believe, right? We got Lightning and Light unit HP up. These are different buffs. Sword Knight Group, equipable main job unit physical damage boost up, and reaction block rate up, and Dagger, equipable main jobs unit attack up. Okay? Starting on the 13th, that is, right? Very nice. Those are updates coming up. And then classifications of jobs that are activation requirements for party abilities. So they just added Beneficent Blade in there under the Dagger group. And then Day of the Visions. Limited campaigns held on days that end with 0 every month, right? So each month. So we have on the 10th, the 20th, and the 30th, of course, right? So we have this campaign, the different things that we can get. We have the free 10-time summon, the Day of Visions quest, the Day of Visions limited daily missions, the Day of Visions special packs, unit hard quest item triple up campaign, and vision card triple up, right? So you can get more shards, you can do all the things, you want to farm that quest, get all of the benefits from that. You get that free summon. And precaution, soul stars and vision stars cannot be obtained from the summon, which sucks, but it's a free summon, right? And then there is, in the Day of the Visions quests, we can get Fragment of Thought for each element, experience cubes, and large energy restores. And then we get Day of Visions medals that can be exchanged in the shop for tickets and things like that. So nothing different from the past couple of months that we've been getting that same event in-game, which is a nice little thing. I personally have been struggling with all of the transcendences and units, keeping up with Awakening Prisms and Fragments of Thought. Sometimes those do go quite fast, right? Yeah, so that pretty much just explains that. That's nothing really new, just reiterating that. So those are all of the details of the news for this coming week. So tomorrow, we will have our new Vinera units. We will have the Dawn Trail collaboration. Super excited. I will definitely be trying to live stream my pull session, and also I'll post the video afterward of how well I do. I will be pulling for Vinera and those cards as well. Looking to try to build an evasion team with Riku, perhaps. Yeah, I'm excited for Vinera. She is, of course, a fan favorite. Really love her story. So one last thing, let's just do this. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to watch the trailer for the new Vinera because she deserves our love, you know? All right. I just realized that you don't see her. So we're going to try that again. All right. There we go. So we're going to try that one more time. So sad that they can't have a little reunion with the new Dario and the new Vinera, right? I always forget that they're like different worlds that or different iterations of the same timeline that those units are in. But definitely happy to see Mama Vinera back, getting a really, really nice update. I love her style. I also love how her design has taken on the look of Horn, mixed a little bit with her original design from Fennis, right? But she's looking very much in the colors of Horn. Yeah, I don't know. She looks great. Love it. Love it. So, yeah. I mean, let me know if you're planning to pull on Vinera. I want to know what your pull plans are. Let me know if you're going for the Dawn Trail vision cards if you're going to build those Final Fantasy XIV units. One more thing I do want to say that they have re-released the old vision cards from the Final Fantasy XIV collaboration. So let's just look at them really, really quick because they might be worth considering now that they are back on the table, depending on what you're trying to build. Specifically, so these are the old vision cards, right? So Bringers of Shadow is party ability attack percentage up 50%, and then for fire limited ability is pierce attack resistance up, and then a bestowed ability for fire units of 30% magic up, right? So maybe not the most useful unless you're running mono fire, but even then, a pierce isn't super prevalent right now, and it could be good for just like a sub attack percent up, right? If you need it. Now, Scions of Shadow, this could be interesting for that light attack up because I could see some Hero King Mont, Cloud, Advent Children, and Yuna teams. And this could be a good card to slot in there. It's got that light attack up 35, and then a limited ability for light units of giving dark resistance up 20, and then the bestowed effect, another dark attack resistance up 10, right? So on that unit that it's equipped to, they're getting 30 extra dark resistance. So that could be nice, especially with X-Death coming out. So this might be a card worth considering. And then also Scions of Twilight. If you pair Cloud and Hero King Mont, they're going to be slashers. So this is giving slash attack resistance piercing rate up 35%. So more HP 13%. And then magic attack resistance up 20%. So even more mitigation against magic damage, which is pretty much going to be what I think Mont is going to be facing up against. I think there's going to be a lot of X-Death teams and Mont teams. So this card might also be worth considering. Also giving limited bestowed effects of attack percent up, more dark attack resistance, and critical rate down. So the only drawback there is that critical rate down, and then limited bestowed effects of 40 of HP up for Thancred 20%, and magic attack up for your Stola 20. Right. So those three cards. And I would imagine that we're also getting Elder Awakening for these cards, so the stats should increase as well. Oh wait, they already have Elder Awakening, so disregard. So I've already awakened these three cards. So these are the stats, in fact. Yeah. Okay. So that is it for the news today. Yeah. Let me know what your plans are. I want to know what you're doing. I hope you can join me tomorrow morning. I will try to be up bright and early to do some polls on this, or maybe I just won't go to sleep tonight and I'll do it right as the patch drops. But really, really excited. Join me for my live poll session. I need that streamer luck, and I wish you luck in your polls. All right, until next time, have a great one and good luck. See ya.